I'm here today to help reform CPS.
That means he said it's time for change.
They're supposed to protect us, and I believe that they have failed.
There's a lot of injustice being done to biological parents and their children, and I would like to see them to be able to reunify instead of being adopted.
The system really played families against each other, like watching my grandmother and my mother tear each other apart because my grandmother was told to not let my mom come visit us, and my grandmother didn't know how to really do that because this is her daughter, right? So seeing that type of anger and animosity, really not being kind of puppet mastered, and then coming into the system as a parent, having them say the same exact things that they named about my mom, they named about me.
What I've learned is
this is important to me because I grew up in the system. I entered the foster care system when I was 9 years old, aged out at 18, and then came back into the system when I was 21 years old with 2 children and pregnant with a baby.
They come out needing housing, they come out needing jobs, they come out looking for us. Where's our birth parents?
I lived in a group home for a majority of my life. I was beaten, tortured, assaulted on multiple occasions, and that's not even the worst of it. My sister, who's no longer with us, although we weren't related by blood, she was my family, and she was found strangled 100 feet from the house, and nobody went to look for her.
My granddaughter was placed in the system when she was 3 weeks old. My son was incarcerated at the time. We have fought and fought. Our whole family was denied based on unfounded CPS reports that were 10 years old.
I was going in and out of incarceration. I didn't have housing. I didn't have any support.
For a system to protect kids would mean that they support the parents.
Why couldn't we have invested in prevention and intervention in the beginning and made sure that we put the money in keeping families together, keeping families home?
And not funneling money through adoptions and foster care systems, putting the money into the home with birth parents, and then having birth parents be responsible for their kids.
Help us. Help to stop destroying families. Help stop adopting people's children when families are the unity of America. Children need to know who they are and where they come from. They need to have their mom say, "I love you," and their dad tuck them in at night. Children need to feel safe, secure. They need to feel loved, and not just put in a home for money and be told their parents are bad people.
I want policymakers to know that these families are out here fighting, and no matter what we do, no matter how many hoops we jump through, we are denied, we are pushed back, we can never make progress, and these children are suffering. It's the children that suffer.